All right. Good Monday evening, everyone. It is Monday, the 21st of February. Tomorrow's my husband's birthday. No, that's just a little sideline. In case you want to wish him. He's not on Facebook, so don't bother. Today is the 21st, Monday. It's a long weekend. It's a breakup of, the winter blues for those of you who are still in the cold. I'm happy to say I'm in sunny Florida. Yay. And I'm going to be tackling TikTok and Reels. So I have time to myself now. I'm going to buckle down. I did some training on the weekend. Now I got to get into action. So it's perfect timing that we have this master trainer with us tonight. And I want to just say to her, thank you so much for coming out and playing with us. She's just, oh my God, I've been stalking her and looking at some of her stuff. And I'm like, whoa, that's unbelievable. She looks amazing. She's got all the right outfits, the right poses, the right cars, the right, she's just so good at this. And I'm thinking, okay, it's never too late for some of us 60, 70 plus to learn, right? So give me a thumbs up if you're in that category. Yep. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about her. She is a marketing manager, Grand Poobah at Agency 8. That's a, digital platform that I'm not even going there. So it's like, I'm like, well, it's above my pay grade. She's a social media manager for many businesses. She's been doing that since 2018. She is also now a social media coach. She's been doing that for the last 3 years and monetizing that. Now get this, if you're sitting down or standing up, 20 million plus views on her IG. So for my mom, that's Instagram, IG Reels and TikTok. For those of you like, IG, what's that? Yeah, it's not a degree. It's a social media platform. And also, she's the brilliant daughter of Susan Sly. So the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. She's smart. She's beautiful. She's beyond smart, and she's savvy, and she knows what she's doing, and she does it. Practice, learn, do. Practice, learn, do. And she's now a master. So she's going to train us. So you guys, I hope you brought your phones, because this is not just listening time. This is practice time. So Avery, the last time you came, I don't know if you've looked at I haven't done a story lately, but I'm doing the stories. I got the music, I got the word texting, I got fancy things there and emojis jumping out. And I learned that from Avery. So I want to say thank you, Avery, because you made that easy and fun. And the first couple of times I'm like, how did you do it? It took me like 10 minutes to do it. Now I can just like bang them off. So I'm ready to jump into the deep end of the pool with TikTok and IG Reels. So Avery Sly, take it away.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for that wonderful intro. Oh my goodness. It's so lovely to see all of you here. Some familiar faces, some new faces. It's lovely seeing all of you. Honestly, I am so honored to be here and to be teaching all of you Instagram and TikTok this evening. I have put together a little presentation. I do tend to go over my time though. So if I skip over a slide, I will probably if you guys are nice to me, maybe I'll send those slides over to Carolyn and she can send them out. We will also have the recording, but as she said, have your phones handy. I'm going to be kind of going over some fundamentals for you guys, but I'm also going to be sharing some, some tips and tricks, some of the little tricks I've got up my Instagram and TikTok sleeve. So do I have privileges to share my screen? I think.
Casey?
Maybe. Am I a co-host? Can I be?
Oh, okay. Yes, you can, but all right, how do I make that happen?
You have to make me a co-host in the, when you pull up participants, you've got to make me a co-host.
Okay.
I can also, since I teach on this a lot, and lately I've been teaching on it at least 2 or 3 times a week, I can probably go mostly from my brain if we can't figure it out, but I do have some stuff for reference as well. Oh, I'm a co-host now. Yay. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm going to share my screen with all of you guys. I am Avery Sly, as Carolyn said. I am Susan Sly's daughter. And my birthday is also coming up. My birthday is next Wednesday. I'm going to be 25 years old. So very excited. big birthday. I'm spending my day in Disney. So if you try to reach me, I will not be available. I will be riding Space Mountain until I throw up. So maybe, hopefully not the last part, but I will be at Disney. So I'm very excited about that. And, you know, my heart and my prayers go out to everyone in the cold right now. Like Carolyn, I have escaped that. I'm a recovering cold dweller, and I am now in sunny-ish Scottsdale. We've got a windstorm kind of happening right now, but other than that, you know, so anyways, I get off track sometimes, but today we're going to be talking about Instagram Reels and TikTok. So it's primarily going to be about video. If the word video scares you, don't worry, it shouldn't by the end of this. And if it still does, well, we will work on that.
We have therapy.
Pardon?
We have therapy.
Yes, exactly. And you guys are all here on video today showing your beautiful faces. So, you know, that's a step in the right direction. So Instagram Reels. Fun fact about Instagram Reels right off the bat is that they get 22% more engagement than your standard video posts. If you guys in the past have been using IGTV or just posting videos to your feed, you might know that IGTV has actually died. So it does not exist any longer. Instagram actually now lets you post videos to your feed up to 60 minutes long. This is 100% different from that. Instagram Reels can only be 60 seconds long. So it's short form video content. It tends to be a lot less formal. This all kind of started when TikTok hit the scene and really took over during the pandemic. A lot of people were like, hey, you know, I'm stuck in my house, might as well spend 8 hours consuming video content. I did have days like that. I went through a shoulder injury last year, was stuck in bed, watched a lot of TikTok, but I'm recovering now. I get in and out, you know, and it doesn't have, but just because it's less formal doesn't mean that it's unprofessional. So I do get this question a lot, especially from business owners. It's like, okay, cool, it's less formal, but like I'm a doctor or I'm a chiropractor, or I'm a lawyer, I need to be more serious. That's totally fine. I've seen literally people from all industries, from plumbers to CEOs to lawyers to underwater welders, believe it or not. I've seen them all on TikTok. So there's a huge market out there for people from all occupations, especially those like us that are here today. So it's great for educating, entertaining, and informing. Those are my 3 favorite words when it comes to short form video: educate, entertain, and inform. You guys can write those down in your notebook. These on the right-hand side is a screenshot of my Instagram Reels. I scrolled down a little bit. Some of my recent videos don't have this, but I actually was able to double my following on Instagram in a month just by posting Instagram Reels. You can see here we've got, this one has 10.2 million views. This one has 2.8 million views, 589,000. Like all of these were kind of over 1,000, all in the one span of time. Some of my recent stuff hasn't gotten as many views, but we're going to touch on that here in a little moment. So that's Reels overview. If you guys are interested in looking at Reels and just on, nobody knows this, I'm kind of springing this on everyone, but I'm going to assign you homework. I've put homework in quotes at the end because I can't personally check, but I'm sure someone will. And if not, you know, the homework is only there to serve you. So Instagram Reels, knowing where to find them is going to be important because it's part of your homework, spoiler alert. So if you guys pull up your Instagram, and feel free to have your phone on you, just be warned that when you do open Instagram Reels, the volume on your phone will also go up. So unless you're watching me on your phone, because you know you'll turn me down too, turn down the volume on your phone because it will blast music in your face. And that has happened to me many times, and it's always in public when, you know, it's supposed to be a quiet scenario and I'm watching Reels and it blasts music. So it's wonderful. So when you open your Instagram, you will come to a page that looks like this one here on the left. All you have to do from this page is click on this little icon right here in the middle of your screen at the bottom. That will take you to Instagram Reels. What this is going to do is going to pull up a timeline that looks like this on the right-hand side. You can scroll through by just like flipping up your phone like that endlessly. This is an endless, bottomless pit of distraction and an ADD person's paradise. You can spend a lot of time on Instagram Reels. To give you guys just a funny side story, my dad came and visited me from Canada a couple weeks ago, and he's like, I took him to one of my clients because it's a restaurant, and I was filming for my client. And he was like, you know, honestly, I love Instagram Reels. He's like, I'll go on Facebook, I'll start watching Reels, and then I'll check the time and suddenly 3 hours have gone by. So if you've been watching those videos on Facebook too, that's Instagram Reels as well. So that's one of the beautiful things about them is you can post them on Instagram and on Facebook. Another way to find Reels is by going to your bottom bar here on your screen. This, by the way, this little bottom bar is no matter where you go on Instagram, this bar will always be available or always be visible to you. So you click on this little magnifying glass, and that's going to pull up what is called your explore page. This is a curated page of content that Instagram thinks that you will like. The more time you spend on Instagram, the more you will, and the more content you interact with, the more Instagram's going to learn what you like. So you can see for me, I obviously like cars and dogs. Basically every picture is a car or a dog. And so that's when you click on this magnifying glass, it'll pull up a page like this. If yours looks different from mine, that's just because we like different things, no worries. And then there's going to be a reel up here and a reel down here. And those, when you click on them, will pull up this screen kind of again, and you can scroll endlessly. These ones are just a little bit more tailored to your liking. The ones that you watch from your center tab, I've noticed are not there. They're still going to be relevant to my interests, but if you want even more targeted to your interests, you can go here as well. As a pro tip, if you do not use Instagram that often, you might find that you are receiving some content that is not in your best interest, or not in your best interest, that is not aligned with your core values. If that so happens, all you have to do, and I didn't make a slide for this, all you have to do is click these little 3 dots right under the paper airplane, and there's going to be an option that says not interested. And that is how you train your Instagram to say, hey, I don't want to see the kids doing the dances. I don't want to see, you know, cats. I'm strictly a dog person. You can do all of that. So the more you teach your Instagram, I call it training your algorithm. The more you do that, the more it's going to learn what you like and dislike. If you find content that you do like, however, maybe it's entrepreneurial tips, maybe it's business, like business related videos, something along those lines, I encourage you to like and or comment on the video, because that's going to tell Instagram that you enjoy that content and they'll show you more of that. So that's just a pro tip in case you're getting some videos you don't like. So here is why Reels are worth it for you. You get more engagement. So as we talked about right at the beginning, 22% more than those, you know, standard feed videos. Engagement is anything from like a comment, a like, a share, repost, all of that stuff. That's all engagement. You can also reach colder audiences. In my experience, when I post Reels, more of that audience is coming from people that more of that viewership is from people that don't actually already follow me. So that's really important. And that's why they're one of the tips that I give to everyone on one of the better ways to grow your profile. That you can also share them on Instagram and to Facebook. When you post a reel, it's going to ask you, and it's going to say also promote on Facebook ? Or something like that. Say yes. Every time. If it asks you if you want to promote them on Facebook, say yes, because your views are going to be a lot higher than if you don't. It's also going to ask you a question of whether or not you want to show it on your profile grid. We also want to do that. I've posted accidentally without sharing it to my profile grid on an account that I used to run that had about 500,000 followers. The video only got 120 views in like an hour, which is not good for an account of that size. I took it down, I reposted it, I shared it to our profile grid, and it was like one of our most viewed videos ever. So that is really important that you show it on your profile grid. Now, the other great thing about Instagram Reels is that your personality can shine through. You can hop on different trends that you like or that interest you or that entertain you. You can also, if you're filming yourself and you are the center of the video, then you can communicate a little bit more who you are, your personality, and it helps build liking, it helps build trust, and it just really helps to kind of make that connection through the internet that we are in at some points lacking now with, you know, the way that things are kind of going. So it gives you more of an opportunity to connect with your audience. I tell everyone that people are more likely to make a purchase from you if they know, like, and trust you. So this is a great way to make people know, like, and trust you. And if you stay tuned in the end, I do have a full slide just on ideas of what you guys can post. And finally, a video or a reel is going to be much more entertaining than just seeing a static image on your feed. That's one of the reasons why people love them so much, is because they're just a lot more entertaining. They're a lot more engaging. Reels should always be filmed vertically. I put this as its own slide to really drive the point home. That means that your phone is like this, up and down. This is horizontal, this is vertical. We want vertical only for Instagram Reels and for TikTok. So up, down, and that's whether you're filming a selfie or filming other things, you always want it to be up and down. So get in the habit of trying that out. That's going to be the best. Horizontal, otherwise, like this way is for YouTube and other stuff. This way is what we want for Instagram Reels and for TikTok and YouTube Shorts if you ever jump into that world. So here are some tips for filming products. So I know that some of us, we may not want to be on camera, and that's totally fine. And I respect that, but that's not an excuse. If you guys know my mom, you guys know that we don't tolerate excuses. I adopted that from her. So, you know, so we're gonna avoid excuses in 2022 and beyond. We're gonna try new things. We're gonna try short form video. We're gonna have a great time, and we're gonna be all Instagram celebrities by, you know, whenever. So, all right. So here are some important tips for filming products. One is that you need to have good lighting, and there's two ways that you can do this. One is that you can go and shop on your friendly neighborhood Amazon, and you can actually get a lot of lights on there. I actually decided to just kind of take a little perusal through there before, and there's a search for like lights for Zoom. There's ones that you can clip on. I saw ones from like $17 to over $100. Do you need an $100 lighting setup for Instagram Reels? Absolutely not. Do you need to even a $16 one for Instagram Reels? No, but it's a nice thing to have because, for example, I'm at my friend's house right now. You can see the giant elk head in the background. I'm at my friend's house, and my lighting will change, but I just have this little light that's on a stand right here from Amazon. Super, like, it's one of the $16. It's flimsy, but it does the job. And it actually has different light settings too. I can change it to like warmer light and stuff like that. So a little light can't hurt as a little investment. I suggest making your first couple videos. If you love it, then yes, get a light. But like, I like to give people free tips as much as possible because you can do a lot of this for free. But yes, having good lighting is really important. If you don't want to invest in a light, that's 100% fine. Use natural light. Go near a window in your house and try to film some stuff there. There are also, as a pro tip, if you go on YouTube, there are lots and lots of videos of product shoots from home. Just the things that people do, like they're getting so creative where they're pulling up a background on their computer and putting a mirror on their keyboard, and they're filming these crazy professional looking product shoots. So look that up for extra inspiration, product shoots from home. And there's some really cool stuff you can make. You like literally, I sometimes will be like, hi, can we hire you to like make product videos for us? Cause you're killing it. So that's a great way to do that. So natural light works as well. Don't be shy. Take your collagen outside, do different things like that. You don't have to just like sit in the house. You can go outside when, the weather doesn't want to give you frostbite. So natural light, take things outside, get creative with it. I once filmed a little video for my mom of collagen, and that was like, I took it, I put it in our pool and I like pulled it out. So it was dripping with water. I shoved it in a flower plant. I did all these crazy things. I put it on the grass, like all these different things. And the video ended up looking pretty good. And so just doing some fun stuff with it like that. Trying new angles, experimenting with different effects or filters. I do share an app, some apps with you guys that I use, but also Instagram and TikTok both have a lot of built-in filters that you can experiment with. Finally, hold the camera steady as you can. And this is important because there are really two ways that you can upload Instagram Reels or TikToks. One is you can film inside the app. The other, oh, I've got my scrunchie on my hand. One is you can film inside the app. The other is you can film just on your camera roll. I film a lot on my phone's camera because I have an iPhone 11 with the 2 cameras, but it has stabilization. So if I'm like, even, I actually tried to film one where I was like shaking the camera like this and it looked like smooth, like it was kind of annoying in that case, but there's really good stabilization on this. Android, your camera's probably honestly even better. I don't know anything about Androids, but for example, like the iPhone, it has better stabilization when you're filming from the camera. If you film in the app, you lose some of that. So if you tend to have like shake your hands, you're like me, you love your caffeine, you're like, yeah, coffee, I need more espresso. And you're like, vibrating a little bit, try to hold the camera as steady as possible. Another tip, you can get, there's like phone tripods, phone like stuff like that. I just have a big old water bottle that I fill with water, and I put my phone against the water bottle to film like selfie videos and stuff like that. You don't have to get anything fancy, spend any money on it. But just with steady videos, it is really important because Instagram, when they're boosting your video in the algorithm, they take viewability into consideration. So if it's blurry, if it's, hard to hear you, if it's a bunch of like, if there's some factors that make it unpleasant to watch, then, they won't push it as much to people. Finally, film in the highest quality possible. If you have an iPhone like this with the 2 cameras or better, then you have the ability to shoot in 4K. I implore you to check out on Google how to do that. I would normally show you, but I want to leave time for questions and demonstrations and all that stuff. But please look that up because you can shoot in 4K. It does take up a little bit more space on your phone, so just be mindful of that. Delete any old videos. But that when you upload to platforms like Instagram and TikTok, it actually takes some of that quality away. So filming in the highest quality is key. If you are interested in filming videos where you are more of the focus, you're maybe educating people, you're sharing your story, you're doing other stuff, you're kind of the face on the screen, here's a couple things to keep in mind. One is that practice makes perfect. You don't become a wonderful, excellent TikTok and Instagram influencer overnight, unless you're really lucky and unless maybe you have a background in public speaking or, being a teacher or something like that. Next thing again is that good lighting is key. Good lighting takes the years off the face. It adds some, it gives you like that flat light. I've just got it facing me right now. If you don't want to spend money on a light, face the sun, face some natural light with your window. Don't put light behind you. That's going to be a big thing because you'll just be a shadow. I'm sure we've all tried to take that sunset picture with us in front of the sunset and we've just been complete silhouettes. So the next thing is to relax. Don't stress. I know for me, like, I really don't like hearing my own voice back. So I'm like, I'll like try to speak a certain way, just relax, be yourself, speak clearly and a bit louder than usual. Like if someone were to come in right now, they'd think I'm yelling just because, the microphones on our devices aren't always necessarily the best. You don't want to scream at it, but it's easier to turn the volume down in a video than it is to turn it up in my personal experience. Finally, be mindful of your background. I've got an elk head, but you want to be careful. Like if you've got kids, grandkids, dogs, if your dog is like attacking a pillow in the background or something, or you've got trash cans in the background or kids' toys or, your unfinished shake from your workout 2 days ago, it's okay. I don't judge, but the people of the internet might. And as one thing, but also, you just want to have like a tidier background if you can. And finally, look straight at the camera most of the time. I look straight into the Zoom camera when I can, when I'm not looking at my slides or at your beautiful faces. And so if I look at this, it's a lot more impactful if I'm telling you something than if I'm like, yeah, you should really use Instagram Reels. It's great. You'll love it, and you'll have a wonderful time. And oh yeah, by the way, yeah, like you want to look at the camera. It's going to make it feel a lot more engaging. And I say most of the time because there might be some case scenarios where you're doing a trend or, you're telling a dramatic story and you're looking away to like emphasize a point. Like, it's okay. You don't have to be like, and then I make my shake and then I go to the gym. Like you don't have to stare dead into the camera the whole time, but just want to keep that in mind. Also, when you're filming on your phone too, if you're looking at yourself, which I do all the time. I will like stare at myself while I'm filming it. Your eyes are down a little bit. So try to look at the camera on your actual phone instead of looking at yourself. As beautiful as you are, as much as you admire yourself and as much as we all admire you as well, you want to look at the camera because it will look a little bit better. And that's why I say practice, because you may be like, I swore I was looking at the camera, and then you realize your eyes are down. A tip that I like to give is to get comfortable on camera, think of a topic, something that you're passionate about. Maybe it's dogs. For me, it's my cat, Theo, you know, maybe it's pizza, maybe it's chocolates, you know, maybe it's healthy aging. You know, some of us have better habits than others, you know, better guilty pleasures. But then make a little video explaining it. Just film it on your phone camera, explain something you're passionate about, and just practice and practice with something that you're passionate. You don't have to post these videos, and you know what, you can delete them right after. But the more you practice, the more comfortable you get, the easier it's going to be when you're actually trying to create content for your business. So here are my preferred editing apps if you want to get fancy. You can write these down and check them out later. You don't have to get these. I just like to include them because maybe you are already creating Instagram Reels, as I know some of you are, and you're ready to level up your game. These are the apps I use all the time. CapCut is loaded with free features. By the way, I'm not an affiliate with these. I should be, but lots of free features. They actually, if you link it to your TikTok account, you can get access to the TikTok music library on there. It's very user-friendly. I recommend it to my clients quite frequently. You have the option to make videos more complex. So I like to say that because you can go in there and you can just shorten a video or speed it up or add a voiceover, or you could get all fancy and do transitions and effects and filters and all this crazy stuff. I would say it's about a 3 out of 5 in terms of difficulty. InShot has a good amount of free features. It's good for beginners. It includes some stock music. It's a little bit less complex. And the features that they have in there are a little bit less sophisticated. I would say it's about a 2 out of 5 for difficulty. I've taught people how to use both of these, and people have found InShot a little bit easier, but CapCut is like, basically, if you practice, if you take some videos of yourself or of your pet, that's something I recommend too. Like, just film your dog and then put together a random little video. Again, you don't have to post it, but then you can get familiar with the different features. And it's the same if you want to practice filming on Instagram as well. So finally, posting reels, you can film them in Instagram or on your camera roll like we talked about earlier. All you have to do is when you add your video in, you'll get to a screen like this. This will be the last screen you see. You're going to add a caption. You're going to include some hashtags. I said more on next slide, but I can't remember if I actually did make a slide for that. So you can use up to 30 hashtags on an Instagram post. Do not use hashtags that are not directly relevant to your content. Instagram knows that. Their algorithm knows that. If you're posting about a shake and you're using hashtag dogs of Instagram, they know that your shake is not a dog. As sophisticated as that may seem, that is the truth. So you want to use hashtags that are relevant to your video content. Finally, you can also add some location stuff in here. You can, I don't personally do that. I don't like people to know where I am. Collaborations, you can basically, I'll get to that later. And you can also tag people. Another thing I like to suggest is that when you get to this screen, tap on the cover option here. That will let you choose a freeze frame from somewhere in your video. If you don't choose one, and this has happened to me, and you do a selfie video, it probably will be a shot of you like, or something like that. It won't be a flattering face. So you want to try to get one where you're like, or like where it kind of encourages people to watch it. You can look at, if you guys check out my Instagram, which I have at the end, you can see some of the little freeze frames that I've chosen from my videos. A lot of other people will have them. These only show up on your profile, by the way. So like they don't like show up before someone watches the video. You can also upload one. So like if you're very savvy, you want to make your own in Canva, you have like a very pretty Instagram, you can add your own cover as well. And finally, that's mostly about it for this little section. I didn't want to dive too deep into like tutorial technical stuff because A, I'm going to leave time for questions, and B, it takes a little long time and I talk a lot. So here are some little features that you can add. And this is regardless of whether you upload the video from your camera roll or if you film in the app. So you can add some music using this little music icon here. I ignored this one because that's just download, that just saves your video to your camera roll. But if you're interested in that, that's what that one does. The sparkles will add filters. It'll pull up a whole menu of filters, lots and lots. You can spend a lot of time looking at them. This one does stickers. I would like to encourage you not to use stickers or drawing. The drawing feature, I don't know why they have it on Reels at all. I've never seen anyone use it. But stickers, let's keep those to your stories. Although in the stickers section, there is closed captioning. So if you're talking and you want Instagram to create closed captions for your video, which it does now, you just go on this and it'll say captions, you click on it and it will auto generate closed captions, which is really fun. So people can watch your videos without sound. Just, I say drawing with an asterisk because I don't suggest using it. It's there. If you want to use it, go for it. I can't tell you how to live your life, but I can make the suggestion not to use that, at least until they add some reason for it being there. And finally, text. So this is where you can add some text in. You can also change the duration of pieces of text so they go over certain parts of the video. Good to do. Here are some bonus Instagram tips. And then I'm going to give you guys literally like a 5-minute crash course on TikTok, just giving you guys some tips. So bonus Instagram tips. 1, photo dumps are trending. These are just some bonuses I'm tossing out there because, you know, I talked only about Reels today. So here's some other stuff. Photo dumps are trending. So what this is, and you've probably seen one, you can actually add up to 10 photos in a single Instagram post. Those are the ones that you scroll through. It's called a carousel. And basically what a photo dump is you use one post with up to 10 photos to basically just update people on your life. If you are maybe a casual Instagrammer where you grace us with your presence once a month, this could be for you. I do recommend that if you're trying to grow your business on Instagram, you are going to want to post more frequently, but you just want to choose what's consistent for you. But photo dumps, you'll start to see a lot of them. Your kids or grandkids are probably doing them if they have Instagram or whatever. And it's just a combination of photos and videos. I do have a couple on my own page. I have one from like Miami. So you can kind of see what it's like. It was mostly just me at concerts the whole time, but it's like, if you go to Miami, for example, instead of posting like 400 times from your weekend in Miami, you're basically condensing it into one post and it gets better engagement. It's just fun. You don't have to do them. I'm just telling you guys what's up. And finally, collaborations. You might have seen these as well. So this is when one post is shared to 2 feeds, meaning if I was like, hey, Carolyn, you want to make a post with me? And I would ask her this outside of Instagram because you can invite them in Instagram, but whatever. And she's like, heck yeah, Avery, that sounds great. It would basically then show up on my Instagram page and Carolyn's Instagram page. And it would be like Avery and Carolyn. And there's going to be an and both our names are going to show up. What that's going to do is our picture is going to be shown to my followers and her followers. And this one post shares comments and likes and shares and all that fun stuff. If it's a video, they share views. It's great for reaching a new audience. And you can also do this with Reels. So it's called Instagram Collabs. To get there, you go as if you're going to tag someone, and then you choose to invite a collaborator. The other person does have to accept. So for example, if you go up to someone like famous and you like take a picture with them and you invite them as a collaborator, the odds of them accepting are a little bit more slim. But let's say you have a podcast and you want to invite someone on your podcast, and you had them as a guest on your show, that would be a great time for like a collaborative post. So that's just something else that's fun that you can do. So here's TikTok. TikTok stats. I thought these are fun. I like to include statistics in my presentations. So the first is that on average, users spend 850 minutes on the app monthly. I'm no math person, but that's a lot of minutes. I can't translate that to hours like off the top of my noggin, but that's a lot of minutes. 1 billion monthly active users are on TikTok as of January 2022. It has the highest engagement rates per post of any social media platform. 61% of users in the United States are women. And I know we've got a lot of Canadians here with us. I'm sorry, they just don't share Canadian statistics for this stuff. And 20% of individuals with a household income of $75,000 or above have used TikTok. So there is buying power on TikTok, especially if a lot of you have, you know, female dominant audiences. This could be great potential for you as well, since 61% of users are women. If you're like, people of my age demographic are not on TikTok, let me tell you, I've seen everyone from like people, there's something called the retirement house, and it's like a house of like 4 or 5 retired people that do TikTok dances all the time, and they're funnier than I am. So there's like, I'm not really funny on TikTok, but there's literally, I've seen everyone on TikTok, honestly. So if you think it's not for you, I don't know what to tell you, but you're wrong. You know, I'm tell you that with love, but everyone can be on TikTok. And also it does have that feature as well where you can, you know, say you're not interested in things. So here's the age of TikTok users. 25% are 10 to 19 years old. As a polite recommendation, please don't let your 10-year-old have TikTok. But another fun fact, actually a statistic that I didn't include on the previous slide, was that TikTok is the most banned app by parents on their children's phone. Just as a fun fact, 22.4% are 20 to 29. 21.7 are 30 to 39, 20.3 are 40 to 49, and 11% are 50 plus. So this, you know, it's not a zero there. Is it very many? Not necessarily, but it's also not a massive jump from, you know, 20% being 40 to 49 to 25% being 10 to 19. So yeah, there's people from all age ranges on here. I saw a video the other day of a woman who literally taught her phone how to scroll through TikTok when she was folding her kids' laundry. It's like without her having to touch the screen. She's like, my hands are full, but I want to watch TikTok. So yeah, and she was in her 40s. So here are some TikTok basics for you guys. And I do have 2 video examples. They are about 30 seconds long. I'm going to show them to you because I think they're fun. But branded content on TikTok, and a lot of this carries over for both, by the way. Instagram Reels are basically Instagram's answer to TikTok. The one thing I don't suggest though is, see this little TikTok watermark here on the left of this video. Don't upload videos to Instagram with that watermark. They don't like it. So if you're making content on TikTok first and then uploading it to Instagram, reconsider, because you will get more engagement if that's not there. So anyways, branded content, so like creating content for your business or to promote your business or to promote products, should imitate casual content, meaning it should kind of follow the same rules or not the same rules, but the same style as someone who's making content not for their business. This means you can hop on trends, you can say funny stuff, you can get quirky with it, all this fun stuff. You can throw shakes at people. I wouldn't do that, but you know, there's all kinds of content. Inform, educate, entertain. I said it once, I'll say it again. Show off your personality. You can get really fun with it. Now, the important thing to know about Instagram Reels and TikTok is that experimenting is key. You want to like just try different things. I've had people reach out to me and they're like, Avery, you know, I posted on TikTok. I got 100 views. I did everything you said. Well, you know what? That happens. That definitely happens. When I first started TikTok, I didn't really get too many views either. My Instagram lately hasn't been getting a ton of views, and it comes and goes. You'll have one video go viral, you'll post again the next day, and you'll be like, why the heck did I get like 2 views on this? Please don't let yourself be discouraged by the views. Yes, we get serotonin from, you know, more engagement on social media, but just try new things and try new challenges, hop on trends, get creative, don't give up. And when you do find something that works, stick with it. Having a niche is really, really helpful. So here's just a quick video. This is from the official Chipotle TikTok account. So let me show you an example of how they're informing their audience on product offerings that you may not know about. And hopefully no one's hungry.
It's come to my attention that a lot of people don't know Chipotle has lifestyle bowls that you can easily order on the app or online. Basically, they're bowls and salads tailored to your dietary preferences. Like for those who eat keto, we have one that starts with super greens as the base, then steak, red salsa, cheese, and guacamole. No beans and no rice, of course. You can find a bunch on the app too. We have vegan, high protein, Whole30, vegetarian, and paleo. So don't forget to check those out because
And then it actually loops back where he says, if you watch on TikTok, it loops again where he's like, because it's come to my attention, and the video starts over again. So that's why he ends it on because. So see how, and that was super simple. He didn't do any fancy editing. He just made a bowl, and then he used a voiceover to tell people, that, they have Chipotle bowls for people with dietary restrictions. Super cool.
It's come to my attention.
And it wants to play again, which we're not going to do. Next is how to find out what's trending. I get this question a lot. They're like, Avery, how the heck do I know what's trending? And you know what? Watch the content. There's something that I like to call, well, there's an idea out there called the Idea Factory. And this is basically curating your social media so that you get content from people that are creating content in the same kind of niche or in the same way that you want to create it. That was a really roundabout way of saying follow people, follow people in your industry, follow industry leaders, follow, big figures like Dave Ramsey, Tony Robbins, Gary Vee. Follow people, see what content they're making, and then put your own spin on it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to come up with this creative idea for like a new blockbuster film. No, it's like a 15 to 16 second video. So there's a lot of stuff, but the biggest way to do it is to watch the content. The next is you can search up hashtags. I show you how to do that on the next slide. And finally, the other stuff I already mentioned. I'm going to try to breeze through to give us time. So on TikTok, all you have to do is go to your Discover page. And you know what? TikTok likes to make it easy for you. And if you believe in numerology, it says 444 up here, which means you should do this. Next is next down here, this will actually show you some of the trending hashtags that are happening right now. You can just scroll right through. Maybe small business is trending. Maybe health and wellness is trending. Maybe like collagen is trending. Make a video with a trending hashtag and see what happens. To find that, you just go to Discover. And you can also type in your own. So you can see I typed in small business up at the top bar there, and then you just tap on hashtags, and then it's going to show you all of these related hashtags and how many views, the cumulative views from each of these hashtags. Just click on one. If you don't want to just randomly scroll through your feed, this is a very intentional way of viewing content. You're like, okay, small business owners, by the way, crush it on TikTok. I saw a girl who literally took her business from $0 to $500,000 a year. TikTok alone, TikTok and Instagram. I was watching some of these videos before. So just literally go on hashtags, or you can click on videos right here too. Hashtags will show you other hashtags too. Like maybe it's like female small business owners or something like that. These are all related hashtags. You can click on any of them and it's going to pull up a bunch of videos that people have used. Scroll through some of those, like them. TikTok actually has a thing on your profile where it'll show you all your liked videos. So just like some of the ones that you're inspired by and find your own way to create the exact same video. You'll notice there's a lot of carryover on social media. People just take other people's ideas and, they roll with it. As long as you're not stealing someone's business idea or intellectual property, you can get away with kind of putting your own spin on a lot of other people's videos. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So finally, in summary, before I give you guys some time for questions, we've got vertical video, always shoot vertically for Instagram and TikTok. Short form video is here to stay. If you're not doing it now, you're going to have to do it at some point, and you better, think about it this way. The metaverse is coming, where we're going to literally hang out with our family members through goggles, or at least that's the vision that Mark Zuckerberg has. And that sounds crazy. So let's at least get short form video down before we're forced to figure out how to make an avatar of ourselves, right? Small steps, baby steps in the right direction. Experimentation is key. Try new things, get creative with it, and master the basics first. Don't jump straight into editing and crazy cuts and transitions and all that stuff. Just get in the habit. If you know that this is what you want to do, set little goals for yourself so that, you don't have to jump in and you're like, oh, I've got to post my first Instagram reel tonight. You just master the basics first. You're going to feel a lot more comfortable. I did years and years of video editing in the back. Because I happen to be passionate about it before I started doing some of the videos I do. And you know what? A lot of my that video that I have that has over 10 million views on Instagram, literally the most simple video. I was rolling down the highway. I saw some nice cars. A lot of my stuff is car stuff, big car girl. I just literally pulled out my phone and filmed us, and I added a funny audio over it, and it just shot up. See, a lot of my most viewed videos, I filmed in the moment. I didn't do any cuts to them. I didn't edit them at all. I just uploaded them and added music. Finally, watching content is the best way to come up with new ideas. So here are some video ideas for you though, because, you know, I like to, and you guys can take a screenshot of this, take a picture of it. Products, for example, you could do your favorite shake recipe. You could do product features. Hey, this is what this product is for. This is what it helps you do. Explaining your favorite product. Hey, I really like, you know, chocolate protein shakes because they're incredible for these reasons. I'm just pulling this out of nowhere right now. Explaining your favorite product, cinematic video, like I talked about, looking up product shoots on YouTube, and then filming some. YouTube, by the way, is a great resource. If you're ever low on ideas, you ever need some inspiration, you ever don't know how to do anything, YouTube, love it. Cinematic video. And I'm also going to be creating my own YouTube channel with a lot of tutorials on like how to upload reels and stuff like that. I meant to do it earlier this week, got off track. Your daily routine. So, hey, I wake up every morning. I have, you know, an energy shot. I have some electrolytes. All this stuff. What's your daily routine? How do you incorporate the products into your daily life? Ways you use the products, you know, before my workout, I have this, during, and then after, for example, and what you use products for. Next, for yourself, if you're on the camera, tell a story, tell your health journey. Why did you start cleansing, for example? You know, where were you before you started this? Where are you now? Share your why, like why you do what you do. I said that twice, I guess. And some tips, for example, 5 tips for you surviving your first cleanse. Drink lots of water, stay away from pizza shops, and, you know, like normal stuff like that. You can do funny stuff like that. Like, don't go near your neighborhood pizza because you will want to go in. Pizza is my favorite Canadian pizza, by the way. So, and benefits of doing what you do. Like, hey, you know, I can be on a beach in Aruba, minding my own business, and I'm making money. That's a benefit. I'm sure a lot of people would like to do that, especially right now. And finally, myth versus fact. In this industry, there's a lot of like myths out there of like, hey, you know, if you do this, like you must be like this. Just, you know, address those. Be like, hey, you know, a lot of people think that, you know, being in this industry is we do this, and this, but actually it's this, and this. Super simple stuff like that. These are just, again, some examples, some kind of like starting points, and especially telling stories is huge. And you can if you can't get your whole story into 60 seconds, break it into part 1, part 2, part 3. People love that, but just make sure you post the subsequent parts. Otherwise the internet will be mad at you. They'll be like, where's part 2? You'll be surprised how invested some people can get in your content. So finally, here is just a quick example of another just quick video of just this girl making her protein shake in the morning, just to show you guys an example. Into the moon. So super, and then she gives like the little macros at the end. Super simple, obviously different product, but like I just wanted to show you guys how easy this is. I give a presentation on I did like a free training like a couple weeks ago. And then I saw someone like make their own video of them making their shake, and it looks so good. And so super easy. Just show how you use the products in your everyday life. Show like recipes like this, like, oh, are you used to like, I'm sorry, but like I literally can't drink like any other protein shake now. Like I've tried a few others because my friends have been like, oh, try this. I'm like, so you can like show that was rude to me, but you can show like how you make your own. Everyone I'm sure does different things. Some people add peanut butter, some people add bananas, some people add dates. Just show that. Super fun, super easy, doesn't have to be crazy. I'm pretty sure this video had like over 20,000 likes. So you really don't have to get, okay. It wants to show us again because thank you, Google Slides. And finally, here's your homework. Firstly, consume content, check out others' pages, see what others are doing. So search up, you know, maybe like Carolyn said at the beginning, you know, one of the people on this call is making Instagram reels. Share your Instagram in the chat and then everybody go check out and see what she's making. You know, it's super easy. Check out leaders' pages, like leaders. Check out the Start Your Life Instagram too. I don't know when the last time was that they posted a reel, but they have actually posted some reels in there too. And you know, yes, it's the youths or whatever, but they have some great ones in there with the products and stuff too. Next is practice uploading, practice editing. You can always delete a video. Okay. It's not the end of the world. Just practice getting comfortable on camera. That's all I ask of you guys. Just watch some stuff and do your best to get the muscles working. It takes some time to, you know, fit it into your schedule. Just practice. Ask your family members for tips. Like maybe your granddaughter's been on TikTok for like the past 2.5 years. Just ask her what she does. She'll be like, Grandma, don't talk to me like that. I don't want you on TikTok. And you can just be like, well, you know what? Fine. Avery told me to be here, so I'm going to do it. And then you will, and then you'll get more followers than she does. And then she'll be like, wow, I've got the coolest grandma ever. So, you know, there you go. Some pro tips. So that's it for my slides. I know I talked a lot. I always do, but I want to kind of open it up to some questions now. I have not opened the chat. So if there's some questions in here, either if you have a question, go for it and you guys can start, but I'm going to scroll up a bit because I think there's a couple here.
Avery, I have a question. It's Anne.
Hi.
Hey, my friend. That was just amazing.
Oh, thank you.
So I am wondering, TikTok, naming your account. Should it be your name? Should it be something clever? Should it be your business name? What should it be?
That is a wonderful question. And thank you for asking that. Now I've kind of got like a two-pronged approach to this question. If you are primarily a personal brand, try to get as close to your name as you can. For example, my Instagram is just Avery Sly. I had a slide that shared it, but you guys can find me. It's Avery Sly. Or if you are primarily doing TikTok for your business, I would do your business's name. Or like, for example, my TikTok is all a lot like big TikTok, at least. I do have Avery Sly on TikTok too, but that's more for fun. Big TikTok is Drive with Aves because I wanted to do something that communicated like I'm going to be posting a lot of car content. So as close to your actual name as you can, or as close to your actual business name. Don't be scared of like underscores and stuff like that. Just if you can get it without, it's going to be a lot cleaner. It should be memorable. Like a fun name is fine too, but it should be memorable and it should be clear. Like if I show up on that TikTok page, I should know like it's kind of like your business, if that makes sense. Like, yeah. Does anyone else want to jump out and ask a question? I know there's some in the chat. I'm trying to find some of them.
Yeah, Pat has one and I have a couple. Go ahead,
Awesome.
Pat.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Avery. That for me was a great refresher after the UME training. So that last shake video, I've been playing around with those. How did you get the text, like the carbs, etc., just on that last piece of the video? How do you do that?
That's a wonderful question. I actually did film a, do we have a hard stop at 7 or sorry, whatever time it is over there? It's 7 for me here almost. Cause I can show you really quick on my phone. I also did create like a little tutorial video not too long ago. So I can send that to you, Carolyn, to share with everyone. But I can actually, thanks to Zoom and our good friend Zoom, I can actually share my video. Let me just get one pulled up here because if I start it right away, it will just play some obnoxious noise in the background and we don't want that. So I'm just gonna put a random video in here. Actually, I can just do it this way. Okay, I'm gonna share my phone screen with you guys. Because that's a wonderful question and that is something that I do get a lot. So And it's a very similar concept. I'm going to answer the question from TikTok. It's very, very similar on Instagram, but also slightly different. So I got this little video I filmed of the desk. So nothing's going to happen here. So on TikTok at the bottom, we've got this text option, or if you tap anywhere on the screen, oops, never mind. It used to be that way. If you go to the bottom, it says text down here. I can maybe draw a little arrow, but right here it says text. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in my text, hi, and then a smiley face or whatever. And then now I've got my piece of text. I can actually move it around anywhere. As a note, if I hover it over here, TikTok's going to tell me, hey, there's buttons there. So if you put it back here, it's going to be covered by different things, or your caption's going to be down here. If you see the blue solid line, it means you have it perfectly centered. So that's just random fun stuff. So when you tap on the piece of text again, you're going to see text to speech, which is how you get that voice. Like if you've ever been scrolling through and you've heard like the robot voice, I'll show you guys that real quick.
Hi.
Or there's different ones.
Hi.
There's Eddie and Joey and Chris and all those people. So there's different voices. If you have longer pieces of text, it will read it, but it does pronounce things funny sometimes. So I'm going to click on this again. Set duration is what you want to do. That's going to bring up a timeline here at the bottom of your entire video. And when you actually have a video that's playing stuff and not just a film of the desk, it'll scrub through the video too. So that's how she did it for just the end. It will not let you do it for less than a second. Just so you know, I'm pulling on it still, but it gives me a hard stop at 1 second. Gotcha. So then now I'm going to just click the check mark and you'll see my hi is going to disappear, or it should. And then it's just going to pop up for the second half of the video. So that's how you do it.
Thank you, Avery.
No problem.
Amazing. Amazing. All right. Oh my goodness. I think I know what I'm going to be doing for the month that I'm spending in Florida. Making TikTok videos all around the grounds here. So I have a couple of questions for you. All right. Facebook Lives versus TikTok and Reels. So Facebook Lives, are they phasing out because no one wants to sit and listen to a 5-minute Facebook Live?
Well, you can actually go live on Instagram and on TikTok as well. And some people have actually done really, really well just by going live on platforms, or, like live for certain like current events and stuff like that. I don't know, like it depends, I guess, on your personal preference. Like if you ask yourself, hey, do I want to sit here and watch like 5 minutes of just someone talking at me, and you don't want to consume that content yourself, then you probably shouldn't be creating that content. On the other hand, with Instagram, with actually TikTok, you can now do up to 3-minute long videos. I skip through if they're 3 minutes long, unless I'm like really invested. And I'm only really invested when there's cute puppies or ponies or animals of some sort. I don't care about the people telling me their stories. That's not to say that nobody cares, because they actually do get a lot of engagement. It's just me. I'm on TikTok for those 15-second, 30-second videos. So there is no harm in it. I think that, YouTube, for example, that's where that longer form content kind of thrives. And there's no harm and there's no shame in posting a longer video too, but short form video is really just what's hot right now, and what's trending and what people are consuming more. Cause it's something you can casually do. Like don't do this, but like while you're stuck in traffic, you can like flip through TikTok, or like as the passenger, I would never encourage anyone to text and drive, or when you're waiting in line for Space Mountain for your 15th time in a row, you can watch TikTok on the way. So it's just kind of like a way that people have kind of fit it into their lifestyle that makes it a bit more consumable than that long form content.
Okay, so something that I do, so I know the LinkedIn platform is different from this, totally different content, totally different audience, but we talk about a call to action. So in your 60-second video, is the call to action the fact of what it is you're doing? That's the message, that's the call to action? It
depends. So I like to use Instagram. Well, For my clients that are businesses, I will actually sometimes add calls to action. For example, the restaurant I work with, I'm like, hey, look at our new menu item, come try it out, or see you soon, or something like that. Like, hey, come visit us, come try this delicious meal. If you're like, for a personal brand, for example, multiple things at the end of the video, check out, like, if you liked this, check out my podcast, or send people somewhere. By all means, you can just verbalize that call to action. Or like we just saw with that text, you can just have the text pop up at the bottom, like DM me if you want to learn more, or, my DMs are always open for questions. These are some things I've seen people say that work as well. Like, giving people a call to action is definitely something you can do in that short form, either verbally or in the caption of the video. But verbally kind of has a little bit more of an impact because they're already watching you. In order to get someone to the point where they watch the end, you got to hook them right away though. You got to be like, wow, like, I'm very excited about this product. You can't just be like, and then pour my shake into the glass. Like, you have to be excited to be there. That is a big part of it. You have to smile a lot.
Well, it's energy, right? It's energy. And Pat posted in there something that I read and that is follow me. Like, if you want people to do something, it's the call to action. Follow me.
And that's a big thing too. And why I recommend checking out other people's content, because you can see what other calls to action people are doing. Literally look up #lawyer on TikTok, and they know that they're talking to a younger audience that maybe maybe doesn't have the purchasing power to, or the interest in getting like an estate attorney or something like that right now. But what they do is they give you fun, quick tips. So I've seen criminal lawyers on there, and it's like, here's 3 things to say if you get pulled over, or here's what a cop can do and what they can't do. Know your rights, like different stuff like that. For more tips, follow me and stuff like that. So yeah, you can ask them to follow you. Please go check out, like, if you want to be professional with what you're doing, go look at what other professionals are posting, especially on TikTok. Lawyers, chiropractors, they'll be like, hey, is your neck sore? Do this crazy stretch. You'll learn a lot. I learn something every time I open TikTok for the most part, and Instagram as well. Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of hogged the question things. Anybody else have any questions?
I have one quick one, if I may.
Hey, Michael, and then Donna.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Avery, thank you so much. Gone through your training a few times. Each time I'm able to add a few more skills. Just in your opinion, as I'm now doing the videos, the first training I took was to use film in TikTok, as there was more abilities to use effects and those sort of things. But then you do get that logo, and then you're stuck with that logo to go other places. Is it best, if you're going to be posting your videos everywhere, to use this like a CapCut editing and then post it in TikTok, post it in Reels, everywhere else?
Yeah. So what I do a lot of kind of videos for, one of my clients is a luxury car dealership. So I do a lot of videos where I'm like filming like the steering wheel and the tail lights and the headlights and all these different bits. And I put them together in CapCut rather than in the app, because actually Instagram also added a watermark now. So you can sometimes save videos, but they also have a watermark. Right. So I like to film personally in my camera roll and edit in CapCut. And there is a very convoluted way of doing this. I'm going to add it to my YouTube channel whenever that happens, of like, you can download, I screen record. I'm going to tell you how to do it, but it's complicated. I screen record an audio from Instagram that I like, because, that's the benefit of filming in the app, is you can film with the audio in the background. Right. I screen record it. I stop the screen recording. I pull it up in one of the apps and I extract the audio and I delete the screen recording video. So then I have that sound. So when I'm editing in CapCut or InShot, I can make my video go to the music. And then when I upload it to Instagram or TikTok, I use the sound from Instagram or TikTok. I don't keep it as my own sound, because they like it when you use Instagram sounds or TikTok sounds, and I do it that way. The benefit, yes, of editing in your camera is that, maybe one day you want to dive into YouTube Shorts or something like that. You now have this one video that you can just put easily on other platforms, and you're not going to get in trouble for, having a watermark. You won't get in trouble, but it is actually, Instagram did release a statement saying they will not push videos with watermarks from other companies.
Yeah, that's what happened to mine. The first one I put up, I got noticed within seconds.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
Instagram. And also, if you do that trick that I told you about where you download the music and then you forget to use the original sound, they will actually, for most like major songs, they will actually add your video automatically to that sound. So it is very interesting. And as Casey pointed out in the chat, Save Talk is a way that you can save without a watermark. I was using that for a while and then they got shut down. So I don't know if it's still, if they've come back, but I was using that earlier at the beginning of my stuff to do that. But there's a couple of them that have, that still have the ability, but I downloaded another one that was supposed to do the same thing. And they're like, you can use this once and then you have to pay us like $20 a month. And I'm like, I'm okay, thank you. So yeah, so I would just film in your camera roll for ease of cross-platform posting.
Yeah, and I'm not losing any benefits that way. There isn't some.
No, like you can still add
owning.
effects. You can still add effects to videos that you've uploaded from your camera roll when you put them into TikTok and stuff. TikTok likes when you film in TikTok, but if you want to post on Instagram and TikTok, like the same video, it's a lot easier. Otherwise, you could film independent videos in each separate app.
So it is just TikTok and Instagram trying to keep the content inside their own system. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then those other little companies removing watermarks will always be around.
Yes, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, we could like be here all night, you guys. So reach down to your emoji, the reaction section there, and just let's give Avery a heart, because I'm like, my head is full. I got lots of notes here, Avery, and just like you know, the last time you were teaching us how to do stories, I commit to really diving into this. Who else? Who else is ready to jump on video and practice? I know some of you guys are already doing this. Donna, you had a quick question, Instagram versus TikTok. Like, I wanted to make sure you got your question answered.
Yeah, Avery, is there a need to be on both Instagram and TikTok? I never did Instagram, and I just within the last 2 weeks did a TikTok account, and I actually did the Celatoi products. Quick videos for each of the Celatoi products on there. So, you know, do I need to be going over to Instagram as well?
I would say it is up to personal preference. And what the answer that I give is that, yes, there are benefits of posting on both, because you will have slightly different audiences, which means that if you're posting like the exact same video or something like that, you can extend your reach in that way. Now, on the other hand, I always like to argue that consistency is more important. So if you find that maybe you try posting on Instagram and TikTok and then it's not working for you, then by all means, just stick with what you can be the most consistent with. Don't like post a million times on a platform and then go like disappear for like 6 months, right? It's just whatever you can do. Even if that's one video a week on one platform, that's better than nothing. And that's being consistent. You don't want to post all your stuff in 1 week. And then I actually in this little phone here, I've got so many like Instagram photos, reels, like you might have seen in my screenshot, I have like 24 Instagram reels drafts, meaning I've like filmed them. I actually filmed all these ones in Instagram because I was just experimenting with it. And I wanted to use a filter on my face, you know, shameless. But, you know, I will actually pre-make content, and I've had spoken with a couple of my friends on this that are content creators. They'll make a bunch of content. That I have a friend who she has a content day. But she's like pretty big on social media, but she'll do her makeup, she'll change outfits. It's like whenever you can fit it into your schedule, or if you have a spare moment, or if you're watching content and you see a video that really inspires you, either write down the idea so you don't forget it, or film it as soon as you can, and you can save it for later. You don't have to post your content immediately, and that can help you be more consistent, but also have like a regular presence and stuff like that. That's something that I do as well. You don't have to post it right away, unless basically the only kind of thing is like, unless all of a sudden like you dye your hair like hot pink, like people can't really tell when the video is taken, you know? So that's like, as I kind of cut things off after like a year. If it's been a year since I kind of took the photo, then I'll kind of maybe consider it, or I'll be like, oh, throwback. You can say throwback for anything, and that works too. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. You do not have to be on both, but just whatever you can be the most consistent on. And also, you may find you start posting on both and you're getting a lot more engagement on TikTok. So then you can stick with TikTok. That's kind of what happened with me. I was posting a lot on both platforms. And then I found out that I was getting a lot more engagement on Instagram Reels. So that's why I kind of post more on Reels now than I do on TikTok. If you guys want to find me, by the way, I'm at Avery Sly on Instagram, and I'm at Drive with Aves. I'm sending it in the chat on TikTok. I actually have Drive with Aves and Avery Sly on alternate platforms too. I have Drive with Aves on Instagram, but if you like cars, you'll love it. If you don't like cars, you probably won't love it, but that's where you guys can find me. If you guys want, I'm admittedly, for all of the work that I do, I am bad at checking my DMs, but if you guys make an Instagram reel and want to send it to me, and you're like, hey, is this good? I can probably give you some constructive criticism or feedback within 3 to 5 business days or business years. Hopefully business day. I'm kidding about the years. I'll do my best to check my DMs the next couple of days as you guys kind of go through, and I'll answer any additional questions that you guys may have.
Oh my God, we need to have an Avery day. Anyhow, Avery, thank you so much. I think I'm watching the chat here, and I know some people, Gwen, I'm seeing you, could be a little overwhelming. I get it. So this is recorded. So I'm going to actually stop the recording. So let me just go in here before I keep, where's the recording thing? Casey, can you stop the recording? I'm just like,
I think I actually can too, because I'm a co-host.
oh my goodness. Look at, I'm like, my brain is full. So just want to say thank you, Avery. That was just so amazing. And I look at when you were last when you were last here training on how to do all Facebook stories, and look how so much has changed. So we got to have, yeah. And I watched you and me too. It was amazing. So yeah, lots to learn. And it's just, so here's the thing, guys, just take one thing and do one thing. Like, I'm not going to go in and start editing and captioning and all that. Yeah, like, I'm just going to keep it simple. And I love your tips. I love all this. We'll post that. Casey grabbed a screenshot of that, and we'll post the recording. The slides will be there, and yeah, break it down. And the most important thing is to get into action. That, and this call was mostly for me. So thank you, Avery.
Do you want me to stop the recording, by the way?
Oh yeah, that would be great. Okay. I'm just babbling on.
No, you're